What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And we're back with another part of the discussion video for what we would like to see changed in Dokkan. And I'm joined in here with Lucas again to continue talking about what we think are going to be some good points to change in the game. Ain't that right, Lucas?
Even more discussion.
Even more discussion. Even more than before. So
exactly.
So where we kind of left off last time, we were kind of talking about like the friend points, trying to make them useful.
Yep.
So, kind of the segue into the next thing that I have, I was thinking of some kind of guild implementation.
Oh, that would be phenomenal. Like, come on, that would be great.
So, like, make a guild, do something, even if you do like in-game raids. Where you have to, like, you and your guilds have to, like, try to take it down, like, as fast as you can. And maybe you have to go against, like, other guilds to see, like, who can do it the fastest. And maybe there's rewards for doing it. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, that might be another way to utilize, like we were talking before, like, reasons to, like, do events and different content and stuff like that. Maybe they base it off by, like, the amount of, like, stuff that you complete. Or maybe they do it, like, speed runs, for example, like how fast you can do it. Obviously you'd have to, like, combat against bots. The only issue with, like, stuff like that is, like, like, bots could, really take over. But I would assume those people that are, like, botting accounts and stuff like that probably aren't, like, joining guilds and doing all that stuff. So
yeah,
but
I mean there are going to be those modders and those botters, of course, but kind of can't do anything about them, right?
Right, exactly. But no, that would be a really cool thing to implement. Just kind of get the social infrastructure moving a little bit too. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be good. Kind of have like an in-game like text system and stuff like that, so you can actually like talk to people in game. Like, hey, I need Turles as a friend lead.
Oh, now that would be that's that's an entirely other one, because I've wanted that forever, right? Like before, like we knew everybody like on different social media platforms, Discord, etc. Like I was always looking like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if I could talk to these people? Like I've been using this dude's friend leader for like 5 years. Like, wouldn't it be cool if I could talk to like Pickle 22 or some shit? Like
just say, hey, buddy, thanks for your friend lead.
Yeah, hey pal, how you doing? It's just something like that. Yeah, I've always thought about that, like some sort of messaging system. Obviously, that would be a significant undertaking, but it would be dope.
Yeah, I mean, even if they added like a global like system where you can actually like talk to people like just in general, but then I feel like that would just lead to spam and that could be that could be terrible. Like it'd be cool if it could be just like if you could do it like within the guild, or if you could just message someone directly, like that would be cool. But yeah, maybe like a global chat would not work.
A global chat would be wild. Like if you just thought about the good things, that would be great.
Yep. but kind of talking about raids, one of the other things I had on here is actually having more raids like the EZA events.
Oh, 100%.
Because we haven't had one in a very long time.
Yeah, no, we haven't. And that actually kind of segues into another one that I had as well. Like, the raids are awesome because they have content, like, ongoing past, like, level 30, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that they have, like, the title system where you, like, have to grind to, like, level 77, like, to get the gold title. And that was a really cool implementation. But what I think would be even cooler is, like, on those raid events, it's cool because there's rewards, even if they're small. Again, like we were talking in the last video, like that feeling of accomplishment, even if it's nothing crazy. It's not like they're handing out, 100 stones for doing those stages. They're just handing out small rewards, whether it be orbs or like just kais, just something small.
Training items, stuff like that.
Training items, anything, right? Just to feel like, okay, I completed a stage and I got something. And, that's why those raid events were really cool, because they went all the way up to 100. Now, my thought was like redoing all those EZA stages and kind of giving rewards beyond the level 30, even like basically make all of the old EZAs like raid events to where you have that extra content. Like you could get a little bit as you're going and kind of give you a reason to like keep on going beyond just like, oh, hey, I maxed out the Broly event at $9.99. Right? What'd you get? Oh, I got some Hercule statues.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, getting like some of those training items, like either some Z swords, maybe a couple of, like the platinum shells, or hell, even like the lower tier ones, Like even if you just stack those up, just something. I mean, you literally get nothing but just Zenny, which I mean, which is great, you know, if you need it for like the Baba shop, for like the Zenny shop, since they updated that. But realistically, other than that, like there's almost no reason to really keep grinding unless you need Zenny. Or if you just want to, unless you just want to be on the leaderboard and you literally legitimately just have nothing else to do and you don't want to link level.
Yes. Well, exactly. And that's my point. It's just like, and that's cool and all. If that's your thing, that's great. I'm just saying, like, it would be cool if they just even gave us a small reward for doing those types of things, because it's cool. The basis of an EZA is cool. Like, hey, you use this team, it gets gradually harder and harder as you go. That's a really cool concept. Now, if they just gave a reward system along with that, I think it could be really fantastic. So that's just an idea that I had.
Yeah, I like it. We can add in so EZAs past level 30.
Ongoing EZA rewards, basically, just something like that. And I don't know how they would do it for people that have already, because I know a lot of people have already done a bunch of content. Like, I don't know how that would be backlogged, where it's just like, oh, I've done them all the $9.99. Well, here's like a bazillion rewards in your gift box.
That's probably what it would be, because it's kind of like, if you think about it, like the Prime Battle EZAs, or like when the Prime Battle EZAs get their stuff, if your unit's already like SA20, rainbowed, and everything like that, they automatically give you Kais and orbs just right off the rip.
Yeah.
So I'd assume, if you went to like 999, that they would just give you the rewards for all that just right off the get-go.
Right. Make every single EZA like the All-Star raid.
Yeah. I mean, if they gave orbs on all of them,
man,
you're gonna catch me going to 999 on every one of them.
Catch me at 999 on every raid, bub.
But you know what? So talking about like the rewards and everything like that, I think they also need to give us more rewards past level 500. So like,
absolutely.
So rank rewards up to level 999.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, I agree with that.
Because just like, why don't we have that? You know, like
I mean, I remember at the time when I was grinding, I wasn't as I didn't go as all out on the banners as I do now. And at the time, I was just like actually like pretty stoked. Like, hey, I have 500. You get like 20 stones or whatever. And I was like, this is really cool. And again, it's not that much, but it's something, and it feels pretty good to get that when you've been grinding just to receive something. It doesn't even have to be that crazy.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, we're Dokkan players. We like to see some kind of accomplishment. So it's just like, hey, you get a reward for doing this. We're going to be like, thank you.
Exactly. You need that dopamine hit. It's just like gaming in general, right? Like, just you're playing for like a sense of accomplishment and doing that. And so it's just like, it just feels nice to be rewarded.
But that's the thing, like Legends has that. So it's like, why doesn't Dokkan have that? Like, I mean, cool. It's cool they added it in for like the Roshi event, where it's just like, hey, you do it every day, you keep leveling up, and like, you keep doing you'll get some rewards. But like, why don't they do that for like training? You know what I mean? Like, like you train X amount of units, use X amount of training items, use X amount of hidden potential orbs. Like, just just like give us something. I don't even care if it's a Hercule statue every single time. Like, obviously they're not going to be like, hey, here's a dragon stone for every 10 units that you've leveled up, because I've got a lot of units and I have a lot of training items. There's going to be a lot of free zones.
Exactly. Yeah, it's exactly like what we were talking about in the last video. It's the same thing as far as like, okay, Legends does a couple things that is a little bit better, and I think that's one of the things, is like the progression system and the reward system that I think that they could just implement in the game.
Yep. So, and then kind of talking about that, one of the other things I kind of want to add in, I wanted to add it in with like the last video that we talked about, but I feel like this is a good one to add it in here.
Okay.
I think if they added in if they gave a 100 stamina, so hear me out, 100 100 stamina red zone stage for Dokkan events that drops 35 medals.
Oh, okay. So make the Dokkan event really, really hard.
Yep.
And if you complete it, then you basically just get a unit done in like 1 or 2 runs.
Correct. So 100 100 stamina, because it's going to be super difficult. You make it you make it red zone level, depending on which red zone event you want to do. If you want to even do like, I don't know, like the Mecha Frieza and like King Cold like difficulty even, like just make it more difficult, but make it 100 stamina, make it that difficult, and then make it give 35 medals. Because then if you run it one time and you beat it, cool. Your side banner unit that you just got from summoning, boom, like awakened right away. I like that. Oh, you have to do your brand new unit. Hey, do this twice and then just run the regular Dokkan event once. Or since they've obviously added in the missions and everything now, where you get medals, boom, you run it twice, and boom, you got the medals right there.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say, now that they have these mission things, you could, or just even once, like, but with like certain parameters, like using the unit that has the medals, right? Like the new unit, that category or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, use this new category to beat the event, and if you do it, then you just get the medals for the unit. Like, there you go, boom, done.
Yeah,
like I think that's a really cool idea.
And the thing is, it's like a high risk, high reward type of thing. So it's like, hey, it's 100 stamina, but guess what? You get caught on, like, you get super attacked slot 1 and you die. There goes 100 stamina.
Right.
You know, like how many? Like you might have to go through a few stamina bars, and you might have to spend a couple dragon stones if you really want to do it. And if it's too difficult, then you're like, all right, I guess I just got to go grind it up like individually by myself again. Or you can just take the challenge and be like, you know what? I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it twice, and I'm gonna get all my medals.
Exactly. And I see some people would probably complain about that, but I wouldn't think that it would be warranted, because you don't have to do it.
Exactly.
Right?
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it. You can just go and do exactly what you've been doing for the past 9 years, and just literally go through and just do the regular event and grind the medals.
Yeah.
It's an option.
Yeah, it's just another option for hardcore gamers that are just like, hey, I want a little bit more difficult Dokkan event, because they really are. I mean, you can literally just auto them all. You know what I mean? But then you have to take about 15, 20 minutes to do your 11 runs to awaken your Dokkan Fest unit that you just summoned for, and then you got to go do the same thing again 5 more times to get the side banner unit medals.
Right. When for the same amount of time, and actually playing the game instead of just autoing the game, you can actually like have good engaged like active time. Yeah. So I think
and at the same time you can test different units.
Yep.
Depending on like which Dokkan event it is. Because hell, think about it. Think of we'll use like the Jiren medals, where you have to fight like the or is it the UI Goku? I think it's UI Goku, where he drops like the spirit bomb, and that's what it is. You have to have either Jiren on the team to either like negate it, or you have to use items in order to like prevent yourself from getting hit, because you'd get one shot by the spirit bomb.
Yeah, one shot. Yeah, it does like 2 minutes.
Imagine that in a red zone difficulty.
Yeah.
You don't dodge it, you're dead. There goes 100 stamina. You don't have Jiren on the team, you might die. There's 100 stamina. You can bring you can bring items like normal, because it would just be a normal Dokkan event, but just make it more difficult and make it around a red zone level. That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
no, I like that a lot. That's a good idea.
figure, just change it up a little bit, spice it up for us.
Yeah.
But do you have anything on your list there?
Yeah, I do. I do have a couple I'd like to go over. Yeah, so one that I think would be really cool is link leveling. Okay. So when we're link leveling, we're doing it's all auto, right? Because you're not sitting there most times, like 99% of the time, people are just auto link leveling and just going through. Mm-hmm. I think that just a really easy quality of life change for this is on the results screen, be able to swipe over and see the links that you got on your units at the end of the run. So that way you don't have to sit there at the end and be like, oh, I'm going to click through this unit. Oh, look, he didn't gain anything. Oh, I'm going to click through this unit. Swipe, 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 swipe. Oh, he didn't get anything. I'm going to click on this unit. Swipe, 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 swipe. And again, it's minuscule time, but at the same time, it's just such an easy thing to implement at the end of the stage that it could save you that time. of being like, oh, so I see that I got done my event on auto. Oh, I swipe over the results screen and it shows me my characters with the links. Okay, now I know that this guy's done. Right. So now I can switch them out. I don't need to go through and, go through every single one of your runs checking whether that 10 popped or not.
Trust me, I get that, because especially like when you do link level, obviously you just kind of have your phone off to the side and you're just
you're not
even paying attention. So it's just like, hey, event's over. You hit just attempt again. Boom. You just go back in, keep doing what you're doing. And then next thing you know, like you're like 5 runs in, you're like, oh, wait, let me go check. And it's like, oh, nope, I got 4 links on these units, but this one that I needed to pop to 10 didn't pop yet. So back to running it again.
Right, or you don't want to check after every single run, so you waste a bunch of stamina. In the meantime, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to run it because it's probably not done yet. It's probably not done. I'm just going to keep running it. And then so you just do a certain amount of runs, and then you check everything to try to be efficient. But little did you know, it popped on the first run, and then you did like 6 extra, wasting all the stamina when you could have put another unit in the rotation, right? So that's kind of where I'm coming from. Super easy, I think it would be to implement, because it's just taking the other screen from the results and just putting it over there, putting all your link levels, call it a day.
I 100% agree with that. I would love to see that, because that would just make link leveling better, in my opinion, overall. Because then you can actually see, like you said, which links you're looking for. If you literally have one unit that's just like 1 link away from being done, you can just look at that final results screen and be like, did I get it? No? Okay, I can do it again. Did I get it? No, I can do it again.
Yep.
And then when
one swipe.
And then when it finally pops, you're like, all right, cool, I got it. Now I can take him off the team, add somebody else, go back into it again.
Exactly. Just good quality of life change.
Yep. So actually, talking about link levels, I actually have a couple things on my list here in regard to it.
Cool.
The first one being same name linking update.
Oh man, I know a lot of people want to see this one.
So obviously this has been talked about a lot recently in the community, but
sure.
I mean, Dokkan did drop 3 or 4 base form Gokus.
Base Goku. 2023 is the year of the base Goku.
The base Goku, and you know what? If you drop 3, you drop 3 of them, and then all 3 are fighting for which one's going to be better. Is it going to be the Carnival? Is it going to be the World Tournament, like the World Tournament 23 Dokkan Fest, or is it going to be the Int LR?
Oh, it's definitely the Trio My Goku, dude. He's obviously goated. He is based.
He is based Goku.
Base Goku, yes, that's his name.
But like, jokes aside, like even Goku's aside, the one unit that has like, there's certain links that just certain units possess, like Cell, for instance. He's got like Ultimate Life Form. Nobody else has Ultimate Life Form except Cell, like perfect Cell at that.
Yep.
So
right,
and guess what? Unless you have like perfect form Cell and like perfect Cell, like, and they link together, you're never getting Ultimate Life Form with anybody else. So it's just a dead link.
Yeah, absolutely.
And which kind of also segues into the next one that I had, is fixing links that are dead and stuck to one unit for a better link. So, change Broly's Berserker to Big Bad Bosses. Cell's Ultimate Life Form, change that to something else. And then you also have the like the ROF units that have Super God Combat and Resurrection F.
Oh God, you just never see like
2 links you're never gonna see unless you link them with each other.
Yeah, exactly. Guess what? You can't most.
Guess what? You can't. Guess what? Those golden Friezas, they're not linking together, unfortunately. So you're not getting Resurrection F from Friezas or Super God Combat from Friezas. So you're like, hey, I gotta link a ROF Blue Vegeta and a ROF Blue Goku in order to get Super God Combat, and then I gotta link one of those with Frieza in order to get that plus Resurrection F.
Yeah, no, that's there's a bunch of like those really like obscure, ridiculous links in the game that they should probably go. they should probably just go.
Yeah, they should. And I think if they actually end up doing that, where they update the links, and like if they did make it like a same name linking update, another one that I want to add in here is give units 8 links and then give a 9th one for an LR.
Yeah, just more links.
Just more links. Why not?
Yeah,
Because
well, I mean, other than the obvious of power balancing, because there would be that entire issue, but it would be badass.
But the thing is like, you know what I mean? Like, LRs lose out on good links just because they need to have legendary power.
No, that's a really good point.
So
yeah,
instead of losing a good link, keep that good link and then just add legendary power on top of it, because they have the slots for it. It's literally in there. I think it can go up, I think it goes up to what, 10, like it has like a spot for like 10 links. I mean, I think 8 links would be cool, and then just a 9th for an LR. I don't see an issue with that.
Or even 7, and then just LRs to have that extra little bump get the 8th.
Yeah.
I think either one of those would be fine.
Either that, or like I said, just some more links. I mean, you know, it's gonna suck for people that are like, hey, I've link leveled all of these units, and then the game's just like, hey, here's an 8th link. But they could start that with like new units. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
If they get to a point where there's like, hey, we're gonna implement 8 links per unit, just start it from like those new units and just keep it going from there instead of like adding another one to old units. Because
because that's what they did, right? Like they did that with like, there's a bunch of characters out there that like, you know, I think
still only have 6.
Of them, they still have 6.
Yeah. And there's even like new units. I think like the STR Yamcha, like the free-to-play one, I think he's only got 6 links. And he's new.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know why. They just give him 6. They just, you know, pick a number out of a hat. 6. There you go.
Yep. But
it's Yamcha.
But I think the other thing, other than links, I think what they need to add is the name change update. Yep. So they've obviously have worked around it, like, you know, compared to like the old AGL Super Saiyan Blue, like the Kaioken Goku, air quotes, but they just called him Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And then when the STR one came out, they actually changed the name to Super Saiyan Blue Goku Kaioken. It's like, why didn't they do that with Merge Zamasu? That was the biggest gripe everybody had. The Tech LR Zamasu doesn't link with the Int one because they share the same name, yet one is just one should just be merged. Yeah, one should be Merge Zamasu, and the other one should be what is it, like Merge Zamasu Corrupted?
Yeah, Merge Zamasu Corrupted. Yeah, which makes just way more sense. And this was the same thing forever with like Piccolo. How like there was like a bazillion different Piccolos, but none of them linked together because they're all called Piccolo, and it made no sense at all. Because, you know, who's he going to link with? Your only options are like Piccolo and Nail for like 4 years. It was
because you had Piccolo with Nail, or you had Piccolo fused with Kami, but you only got him when he actually fused with Kami.
Dog, my man had such a glow up. Man, he was the laugh. You could tell what the Orange Piccolo was like. Koski, they're just like, we're sorry, dog. We're sorry. Like we fucked up. Like we know what we did. Hey, you can use Piccolo for like 6 years. We got it. We got you. Okay, we got it. Here's Orange Piccolo. He's a god.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we're very sorry about the Namekian like category. So here's Orange Piccolo, who's literally going to be the best unit for probably the next 2 years. So just here you go. We apologize.
Exactly. Yeah, they gave us that, and then they gave us the freaking like the goated STR one from the Cooler movie too. He was wicked good too. Probably still is.
Yeah, I mean he still is. I mean he can take. He takes hits a little bit harder nowadays, but he's still good.
Serviceable.
Yeah. So I've got another one here. It's kind of minuscule, but I have noticed a little trend. I would like for them to lower the cost of Battlefield Shop, like LRs, the units in general, and just everything, like everything in there. Because I know that they've updated how much Battlefield memory currency that you do end up getting, but at the same time, but the problem is they increased that, but at the same time, they have literally kept increasing like how much the LRs cost. Because like I think Ginyu originally started at like 120,000, and then like the next one was like 150,000, and then it was like 200 something thousand, and then 300,000, and then I think like the Hachiak is like 430,000 right now.
It's insane, bro. And what's crazy, I've never missed a Battlefield. I know you haven't missed one either.
No,
And
I've
it's
never
like,
missed one.
I I still can't. I still can't buy everything. Like I still can't afford everything because it's just like it's insane. There shouldn't be a world where like you just complete everything for years and years and years and you still can't get everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I have all the LRs rainbowed, whichever ones have been easy aid, I easy aid them all. But at the same time, I also don't have like the Krillin and Android 18. I only have one copy of them. I don't even have any dupes of them. I could buy dupes for them, but then like if I feel like if I do that and they're just like, hey, here's another Hatchiyak for 430,000, and then
guess what? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, hey.
On Krillin and 18.
Yeah, and then they're gonna be like, hey, here's King Cold and Mecha Frieza's Easy A. That's 675,000. And you're just like, there goes a million Battlefield currency just on a dupe of one LR, and then easy-ing the other one.
And then just like that, you're poor.
And just like that, you're back down to nothing, and you're like, you got like anxiety in the back of your head, like, oh my god, they're gonna drop another one, and I'm not gonna have enough.
They're gonna do it. I know it's coming.
Yeah, exactly. So, lowering the cost of like the Battlefield shop stuff, I think, would be a tremendous like help.
I agree.
For new and old players.
Yeah, 100%. Especially new players.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, especially new players, they haven't been around for all of these Battlefields, so they're never going to catch up. Like legitimately, they will never catch up at this rate.
Yeah, they won't be able to.
Yeah. So, but also while we're on the topic of Baba Shop, I actually have another thing here.
Okay.
Awaken and Easy A more of the Baba Shop Incredible Gem units. I know that I know that's not like something that's major, and I know that they're gonna do it in the future, but I think they've only done like 3 of them or 4 of them.
It's a slow trickle. it's a slow trickle. I will say that. I mean, because there's a bunch of characters in there like Physical Bojack. I mean, there's a lot of them that could be done.
Yeah, and then also while they're doing that, I had this other one that I'm going to just add to it. Awaken and Easy A more of those farmable Dokkan event units. Tech Goku Black, Physical Zamasu, Tech Super Buu, AGL Perfect Cell. Like, awaken all of these units and give them an Easy A, because when they did that for that Int Final Form Frieza, he was good.
Oh, he was really good. It was conditional, but it was totally fine because when they dropped the event and then they dropped the Frieza, and it's just like, oh, he's really good for this. It's like, great, run him in the Legendary Goku event, and he's like God. Yeah,
because he was just guarding against any Goku unit. And you're just like, hey, we got Super Battle Road, and it's against Goku family. Bring him, because he's guarding.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
no,
like,
100%.
So it's like, do something like that. That's cool for these like free to play units, because you can make them good and actually make them usable.
Yeah, there's a lot of that like content that's almost like the forgotten content, and I feel like they have been better about bringing it back. Like we didn't get quest mode stages for God knows how many years, and then all of a sudden they're just like, yo, years. There's just like, oh, did you guys forget about quest mode? They're like, no, we got you. Like 6 years later, but it's fine. It's fine because now we got new shit, so it's good.
But but we had to complain though. Like we had to put that in the surveys. Like, hey, we want more quest stages. Hey, we want more quest stages. Give us some more link level stages or better ways to farm like incredible gems and stuff like that. And eventually they finally started to like listen. And now they're like, hey, here's this free to play Trunks unit that's now awakened to a Trunks and Broly What If card, which apparently has been said that is going to get turned into an LR, which is super cool. Like,
oh, that's sick.
You know what I mean? Like why don't we have more of this? Like they even did that with the Tech Android 13, because
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he was just an SR, and then they awakened him to like the Fusion 13, and then Easy 8 him. Like, oh, super cool. Like, why don't you guys just do more of that? Like, especially with all these free to play units that are in the game that still need awakenings. Like, hell, and then there's also that STR Vegito, like the base form Vegito, awaken Easy 8 him. Like, why not?
Absolutely. And I will say this, that's kind of the path they're going down, right? Is like, and that's good to see, is like they kind of have like listened to things like that, and I think that is one thing that they are doing well. Is they're kind of like, oh, you know, you guys want more of this, this is what we're going to give you, and like slowly but surely they're kind of like releasing some of these like newer things, you know, kind of like revamping some of the older stuff, like the more forgotten stuff. So I think we're on a good track for that. It would definitely be good to see more of it.
Yep. And then the other thing that they need to add in, like, I know that you go through this struggle, and I go through this struggle, considering that we wail out on the game a lot. Give us a button to sell all SRs and R units after summoning.
Oh my God Almighty! I will cry. I will cry.
You give us that same exact button that you gave for Hercule statues. Just give that for SRs to Baba them. That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah. Oh my God. Or at least at the very minimum, like that is like God tier, right? Like if that happened, I would be like, oh. But like, so next best thing is, instead of like when you click to like change the units or whatever, like, you know, if you've got a stack of 7 of them and it sends you into another screen, why don't you just highlight all 6 when I click the button, and then I can click it again if I don't want to sell all 6 of them?
Yeah.
Like, so that you can just, you know, the old method of like clicking through it, just click, 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 click. You just like, you know, super thumbs going through all the units, and you learn how to do it super fast, and you get in like the groove of like being able to do your entire box in like 18 seconds.
Yep.
You know, because you're just, you know, like that old method. Now, with this new stacked method of doing it, that would actually be faster if they just went back to the old way where it's one click and then there's not another sub menu to go through. That's where they really messed it up. Is it like, you sure how many you want to sell? You got 17 of them. You sure you want to sell them all? It's like, yes, God damn it, yes. I want to get rid of all of these this SR17 that is in my godforsaken. Get him out of here.
Yep.
You know, and so that's the main thing.
But you know what else that they need to do? Give us an option to awaken and train multiple units in batches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
I was thinking about that Turles grind, dog. I had a lot of Turleses to grind up.
That Turles grind. So it's like, hey, you want to farm Turles for some free to play SA? Well, hey, I just farmed up 20 Turleses. Let me awaken all 20 of them from an SR to an SSR, and then let me actually awaken him to a TUR, or to a UR, I should say, and then let me train them all and then awaken them all. Like, there's got to be a way that they can do that, because they did
a lot of that, like with the EZA. Like it seems like they started doing it, right? Like where there's like, hey, EZA in one go. It's like, oh, fantastic. Do the same exact thing for training and awakening.
Yep, I 100% agree. And then
that's it.
And then while they're also on the while we're on the topic of EZAs, change EZA stages from 30 to 10.
Yeah, all of them.
Because I feel like that's a relic to just old Dokkan, where there's like, hey, you know, there's 30 stages. We don't need that. Just get rid of that. Yep. Make them more difficult, but just give us 10 stages. Just give us 3 stones per stage. Just let us rock it out. Nobody wants to sit there and spend, 30-ish minutes to do 30 stages.
I'm fine with the 30 stages or the 10 stages if we can implement the small reward system for after that, if you want to keep going. If we combine that with what we were talking about earlier, that's sick. Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah, I can even take it up here to where we were talking about the like the raids and everything. Boom.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, we'll add that up there.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And then also, I had one other thing here that I wanted to talk about before we kind of wrap this video up.
Yeah, sure.
I want to see them. Well, I guess there's 2 topics. I guess we can just kind of do 2 of these real quick.
Yeah.
One is, I feel like they need to do a update for the Battle of Awakening medals and Training with Corn event.
Oh yeah. You never touch those anymore, do you?
No.
Or like the training in the cloud.
Yeah. The training in the training with Corn, and then just the Awakening medals one. I feel like I don't think anybody actually touches those. Update them update them like they did that Bulma support memory event. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, you run through the stages, like one difficulty can be like these certain set of Awakening medals, and then do it again on like the harder difficulty for like this other set of medals. Because
would be cool is what if they did like, so you have like a bronze, so like the 3 different difficulties you have, like, so one gives bronze, one gives silver, but then the last one is like once per day, and it gives you a chance to get like elder or supreme kai medals.
Yeah, or even better, just give us actually I got a better idea. Why not give us the like the bronze? Just give us like X amount for the bronze, like say like 20 of them or even 10 of them. And then for silver, give us like, I don't know, just give us 10, 20, same thing. Then when you get to the gold, it's like the rainbow ones, give us like 5 of each. And then when you just beat like the boss, just give us 1 Elder Kai and 1 Supreme Kai every day.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I'm totally cool with that. I think that would be really cool because outside of like the Baba Shop, there's really not a way, in like the Baba Shop and the Zenny Shop, like once per day or whatever, there's really not a way. You can't farm those.
No. And that's the thing is like, and I actually had that, so I'll just add this in here because you just said it. I had make Elder Kai medals, the Supreme Kai medals easier to farm with better drop rates.
Yeah, and that would be a perfect way to do it.
Because we literally have no way of farming them. Like, you can buy them every single day, and then you can farm them, I guess, in the Baba Shop if you get lucky within a certain half hour, but not a lot of people sit there and farm, you know, Baba Shop for 30 minutes.
Well, I was gonna say, is content checking the Baba Shop every 30 minutes?
No.
Is that what we want to do? I don't think that's what we want to do.
No.
I don't think that's what anybody wants.
And then also,
I feel like, I don't know, somebody can chime in, but I don't feel like that's what anybody wants to do. Is be like, oh yeah, 30 more minutes. There's gonna be an Elder Kai this time.
And then also, I added this into, give us more ways to get Dozing Kais and Elder Kais.
Facts.
Even if they just update, even if they update like how many you get like per like those story events, like just do something like that, because we really don't have any other way to get them.
No, exactly, 100%. That's a very common complaint too. I mean, I know that like you do get to a point where like you know, whales like yourself, you do get to a point where you know you got like 700, like some people have like over thousands of Kais or whatever, but that's not the average player. Most players actually do struggle for super attack and like finding out you know, how to get these units done, because like especially for units that are SA farmable, like, oh, you have to put Kais in them, you know, those sorts of units. There is a shortage for, especially a lot in the beginning of the game, for new players to do that. So seeing something like that implemented would be really, really nice.
Yeah. And then I thought about this last point that I was going to talk about, but I think I'm going to save that for the next video because it segues with another point that I had, and I feel like we could probably talk about this one for a little bit. So I think I'll save that for the next one. The
cliffhanger. You had to do it.
Had to hit it with the cliffhanger. So,
oh my God.
So Lucas, I was gonna say, Lucas, thank you for being on this one again with me.
Yeah.
I hope everybody enjoys it, and if they did enjoy it, I mean, they can subscribe, they can hit that like button.
They could subscribe. They could hit the like button. They could do it.
You know, they can ding the bell to get notifications every time a video goes live.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the year. You know, we got 2 more months before the year's over. I'm trying to get to 1,000.
Oh my God, hit him with it. Hit him with it.
But again, thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Thank you guys.